everyone, it's Laura and Alvin with Add a Pup Dog and Puppy Training. Me and Nina are going to show you some emergency exit maneuvers for encounters with things you don't want to actually encounter. So this could be crazy off-leash dog, like last week. It could be crazy off-leash toddler, or creepy person, or pack of squirrels, whatever it is. It could also just be there's another dog coming down the road and your dog gets really excited and you don't want them pulling, and you certainly don't want them saying hi to other dogs on leash. So you just want to get through the situation without, you want it to be a learning experience, but how do you do that positively? So I'm gonna go over a couple. U-turn, an L turn, or I call it pulling off to the side, using a magnet to help them, and go find it. I'm also going to touch on what I call universal cues. So these are cues that your dog knows really well, you rehearse them all the time, and you can use them for just about anything, like nose targeting. I love it. Name response, if you teach them to respond to the name reliably. Positive interrupter. See, yeah. Just getting your dog's attention on you. Those universal cues, they change your dog's focus from that to you, or physically, turn your body away from that and come touch your nose on my hand. So that can get you out of anything. If you got your dog's attention, then you have their attention. That means you can ask them to do whatever you need them to do, or move away, etc. So you want to practice these before you need them. Teach them somewhere easy in your house, training center with no one else around. Practice it. Teach it like you would any other trick or behavior. All behaviors are tricks. U-turns, nose targets, pulling off to the side, all these are just fancy tricks that are very useful. So you need to build reliability so that when you do use it in a situation where they're aroused or stressed or adrenaline's pumping for some reason, it's such a well-worn pathway in their brain that they can just go, okay, and then they go and do it. It's why nurses and ER doctors practice stitches and bandages and everything like that before they need it. It's why firefighters do all their firefighter drills before you throw them in a fire, because they need to be able to do it second nature. They need to just be able to do it automatically without thinking about it too much, because your amygdala is screaming. And when your amygdala is screaming, you can't use your prefrontal cortex to make decisions. So practice it a bunch. It has to be salient, meaningful, or loud enough that it cuts through all of the adrenaline noise, all of the amygdala sirens, and they can just go, oh my God, is that a dog? This way, okay. And there you go. So that's the first one we're gonna do, U-turn. I have another video on this. We're doing it in my teeny tiny yard, but I'll show you what it looks like. It is a 180 turn. Nina and I, hi baby, are gonna get on leash. So, Nina's on one side, we're walking, thank you. I'm gonna give the cue, this way. I use my magnet to show her where to turn. Click when she's there, I pay her, and then we get going. Good job. This way. Good job. Eventually they don't need the magnet. This way. Always a noise. It's okay. Good job. Let's try one more. This way. Good girl. When you're teaching this, it's brand new, go back and forth. When you're getting a little fancier with it, I'll link the video, but you want to make sure you're not cueing them predictably. Not every 5 steps, not every time you reach the mailbox on the wall. It has to be unpredictable, but fun and meaningful. So let's do a nice long one. Let's go this way. Good job. This way. Good girl. And I'll do a sudden one. This way. Good girl. And I'll do a nice long one. This way. Oh, so she gets sidetracked. Here we go. I use my body language. Give her a minute. Good job. There's smells over here. Good job. We'll do another long one. This way. Good girl. Thank you. So she can do it with nothing else around. That's when you do it outside. That's when you ask someone to go, oh, you're a cutie pie, and ask them to this way away from them. Then you can do it as soon as you see that dog that you don't trust, maybe before she even sees it. We're gonna go, not dealing with that, this way. There you go, you're walking the opposite direction. Go wherever you need to go to get away from it. L turn. This one's a little more complicated. It doesn't have to be, but explaining it is a little complicated. So let's say there's 2 lanes in a road. Watch out, baby. Come here. Come here. You look on me. Thank you. Your approaching dog is in the southbound lane. Let's see the best way this looks. Okay. And then you and your dog, here, baby, are in the northbound lane. Me and Nina don't want to deal with that dog who's all excited. Maybe she's going to get excited. We're just not going to do it. So, before she gets super excited and starts pulling towards him, I'm going to use my goodie, go in an L over here, ask her to sit. I'm going to click and treat her as that other dog trots on by. If she wants to look at the dog, that's totally fine. Maybe I'll click her for looking back at me or looking at the dog. We could even get fancy here and do, I don't know, her favorite tricks or sits and downs, whatever you like. You're just occupying her while they go by. And then when they're done, you just return to your journey. Here we go. Come on. Yes, it's right here. You get the other one? Good job. This way. Here we go. Good job. And away we go. Let me show you that from another angle. Let's put him, we'll pretend we're in England. Maybe. You do your own windows. Yes, thank you. Good job. All right, so we're walking. I don't want to deal with it. She's on the wrong side now. Here, babe. Thank you. We're walking. There's a dog I don't want to deal with. I've got her on her nose. We're going to pull off to the side. I ask her to sit. Yes. I click and treat as the dog goes by. So from the top, it looks like an L. I'm walking and I go, don't want it, and then we just go this way. You could also do backward sits if you like, anything you want while you're waiting there. I just pull off to a far enough distance where I know the dog's not excited about that one and they can focus on me. So if that was a really exciting dog or Nina was not very experienced with this, we might go 15 feet away, hide behind a car or something, click and treat her while they go by, and then we return to our journey. Okie doke. The magnet. The magnet is using your treat as a lure to get their attention off of something else. U-turns and the L-turns are all going to work if they are in a state of arousal where they're still able to respond to well-rehearsed cues. So if you've been in class, you've seen that gravitational handout, they're in the green zone. They're aware of the distractor, but they can still respond to cues and give you automatic check-ins and stuff like that. If you're getting close to the yellow, and they're getting really aroused where they don't want to turn their face away from it, or their ears are turned off, they're super excited, that's where, oh, right there, you put something right in front of their nose, and then you pull them away. Maybe in the L, maybe in a U, whatever you want to do. You get your distance that way, and then you let them go by. So that's just a magnet. The treat on the nose, you turn around, and then you move away to where you need to be. If that's not working, if they're in the orange, and you're trying to lure them away with a magnet, and they're going, no, I want to stare at that dog, I want to stare at that dog. I've got some goodies, I'm going to go find it on the ground. At least then she's not staring at it, I've broken that intense focus, then often I can use the magnet to pull her away. Or she can just play go find it while they walk by, and at least no one's pulling at each other, no one's freaking out, no one's practicing behaviors you don't want them to practice, and then you just move along. It's sort of a band-aid to get you through something that went on a little too long or was a little too intense. If they are seeking out and eating food, like they are with Go Find It, that means they cannot freak out and react and have adrenaline and cortisol pumping. It's neurologically incompatible with freaking out or being afraid. So if we can hack their brain and say, go into search out and eat food mode, then that means they aren't going to go in freak out panic mode. So it's useful for that too. U-turn, L-turn, magnet, Go Find It. Practice them. Positive interrupter, nose targeting, everything like that. I'll show you what that'll look like. Nina is excellent with nose. It's my favorite thing. That's one of her favorite things too. So let's say Mr. Stuffy is walking along. Here, baby. I'm I'm gonna set her up for it. I'm gonna put something right by his paw. So she's interacting with the dog. Nina knows. There we go. I got her on me. Here we go. We're going away, etc. If she were on leash, thank you. Maybe she's getting a little focused on him. I'll ask her for nose. Yes. She's at least focused on me. And then I can ask nose. Yes. Good job. So all of this includes getting distance between me and my dog and the other thing. If that means using it as a magnet and drawing her away backwards, or nose target backwards, or anything like that, if I can get distance between her and the arousal or the stressor or the distraction, then she'll be able to focus on me again and we'll be safe. And that's the point of these emergency exits. Positive interrupter is just the kissy noise. So let me see if I can get her looking away from me. I thought I might be able to capture it. Yes, here we go. And now we're moving away. I got her to look at me, I broke her focus, she's back on me, and then we go about our biz. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions or requests. Let me know if you want to come be a cameraman for me so I don't have to keep moving around and yelling at the camera. That would be nice. Let's see, this will come out next week. So when you're watching this, Games Night is this Friday, 29th at 7:30. We're gonna have bobbing for hot dogs, and I don't know what to call it, but it's like a little lily pad race. Like you have 3 stars and you have to move to that one and then move the other one, and then you have to move that one. Does that make sense? It'll be fun. It's 4th of July theme, so we have some cute backdrops for pictures too. And For Otis's Sake is donating prizes, so we got the good stuff now. Snuffle mats, tuggy toys, fancy things. So come on out. $5 a dog goes to Mr. Stevie for his veterinary neurologist visit fund. Let me know if you have any questions or requests. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.